Before I want to begin my topic, I want to open this with a meme. So this is sell me this pen. This is taken from the movie Wolf of the Wall Street. Here he is telling it's a AI powered. Means all the companies in the across the world they are trying to adopt this. So till how long, till how which length they have gone is this is the example. See, we have something called AI toothbrush. Okay, AI is we thought AI is used in higher systems, higher computer systems, or the mobiles. So, but the thing is, it's already in our hands. Okay, AI is in the toothbrush also. It is AI intelligence. So till now, we already come across that these devices. These are called smart devices. Smart category it will fall on. Alexa, I think everyone has used. So we'll give the command. It will pick up that voice followed by word command. Example, Alexa, play this song. Or what is this search? So it will do. In the same way, all the companies has their own search engine. Okay, one is Alexa for Amazon, Google Assistant for Google. Cortana, it was before 2 years before it was there. Now it was suspended. Cortana is no more. Next, Siri, everyone knows Siri. Next, Bixby, this is of Samsung. This is the search engines. Now, what these companies are doing, they are working on their search assistant and to improving the things. Means you can give commands without touching your phone. So, coming to the what is AI intelligence means, one is it's the development of the computer systems of performing tasks that requires human intelligence. Human intelligence is of big thing. It involves analytical is there, calculations is there, reasoning is there, communication is there, everything is there. So how long we can replicate the human intelligence, they are trying. Okay, so coming to the artificial intelligence, they divided the tasks based on one is machine learning, neural networks, natural language processing, and robotics. So our talk regarding AI in healthcare, it's more of involved in the machine learning. This segment is very important. Neural networks, it relates to the quantum computing or communicating with the other devices. Suppose my system is here, it want to communicate with the other laptops, I will communicate with the server. That's what the neural networks. I think it's like neurons. Then how our neurons will connect with each other to bring about the communication of the synapses. That's how the neural networks work. Coming to the natural language processing. Natural language processing, this is used in the speech to text. Example, hey Siri, tell me this song, or play a song, tell me a joke. So this is the they will convert the my voice or the my audio into the understanding analyzing the documents. So this is where the speech and text comes. Coming to the robotics where it is one of the bigger thing. Example is one is a Tesla Motors where they have automated their generation. So there is no more handmade manufacturing happening in the Tesla factories or the Giga factories. There they are using all the robotics from the basic, from the preparing of the, suppose let us take a car example. From beginning of the manufacturing of the chassis, installing the doors, installing the interiors, painting the car, everything will be done by the robotics. Again, coming to the robotics in healthcare, it is used in the telesurgeries. Okay, so these are the main thing, but my emphasis today will be more on the machine learning part. So we all know these are the big players now. These are on the hot topics discussion in the artificial intelligence. One is Chat GPT. I think one or the other way you heard this word Chat GPT, Chat GPT. Okay, and Gemini. Gemini. This is launched only 2 to 3 months back. This is from the Google. Gemini belongs to the Google G4G. Remember. Next coming to the Llama. Llama means it's like an animal, but latest version is Llama 3. Llama 3. This is held by the Meta. Meta is Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and WhatsApp. So this is will be controlled by the Meta. So they are started adopting the AI things. Coming to the Copilot, this is handled by the Microsoft. One beautiful thing is this Chat GPT primary investors is being Elon Musk and the Satya Nadella. That is Microsoft CEO. Both of them invested in these two. So when it comes to the competition, even the toughest of the toughest competitors in the market, they are joining hands together to bring about the good experience to the customers. So Microsoft itself own Copilot. This Copilot is again based on the ChatGPT, that is 3.5. Present version is ChatGPT 4. Llama 3 is the latest version. So coming to the ChatGPT, chat means we will talk, we will text our friends, we will tell. That is chat. What is GPT? So GPT means it's a general purpose technology. So general purpose technology means over the human evolution. This is called Industrial 4.2. Industrial 1.0 is just bullock carts and all that store movements. These are called the Industrial 1.0. Then coming to the present, it is automation. Means we don't need to do the manual labor. Everything is taken care by the machine. So some examples of the general purpose technology include one is steam engine, that is in 1698. Okay, almost 200 to 300 years back. Then we got the electricity. Again, if you observe these things, these will be only seen in the rich people houses. Now it is accessible for everyone. Computers, 1946, only it is used in the those who can afford, or only institution can afford the computer. Semiconductors, this is taken. This caused the breakthrough in the. Now every chip, every detail, even this small pointer will also have its own chip because of its semiconductor. Next is internet. We all know internet, how it boomed everything. So present in latest it is AI, artificial intelligence. So chat GPT stands for general purpose technology, means the technology in the beginning phase it will be only on the experimental, and if it's success it will be only worked by the experts. After their successful attempts and multiple iterations they will leave it to the public. So this is regarding the general public technology. So let us talk about some numbers. When the money is involved, things will get interesting. So present market growth is around 11 billion US dollars as of 2020, just of AI healthcare only. If you talk about AI in the global market, estimated current value is around 550 billions. So the projected value it will go up to 2,500 billion by 2032. So this is the number 118 billion. This growth is expected by 2030. Means we are already in 2024. Another 6 years, this will reach the market rate. So staggering growth rate of around 168% is there. Coming to the adoption rate. What is adoption rate means? How many of the healthcare companies right now? How many health companies right now or health sectors implementing? Around 79% of all the health. Example, big chains come, your Mayo Clinic or any other AstraZeneca, so they have already started implementing. So if you take 100 companies, already 79 to 80% of the companies started using AI. Why there is so much of adoption rate is, one is for every $1 invested in the AI market, they'll get a value of $3.2 within 14 to 20 months. So that is the good returns. That's why everyone is rushing. You can call AI as the gold rush of the latest centuries. Coming to the why so much of investment, why we want to do all this investment, one is obviously to improve the patient care. So reduction in the hospital readmission rates by reduced by around 39%. Then there is an improvement of treatment success rate is increased by around 30%, and we can reduce the hospital stay. So it in overall what happens, we can treat more patients in the less time, thus by increasing our profits. So coming to how AI works, how it works. So okay, if you see this image, what you can make out? Anyone? Sachin, what you can make out from this, looking at this image?
We can include AI in anything and everything.
No, what you are seeing? Face.
Smiling, sad, or happy.
So you can make out face. You can look at this back. Okay, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 eyes, 1 mouth. Okay, here side view, 1 eye, 1 mouth. This phenomena is called pareidolia. Pareidolia means we see the things and we think, okay, face tara kaanabodalla. So this is what pareidolia means. Why we are looking this pattern? Because since birth to adulthood, we'll be looking at the human faces daily. Okay, either consciously or subconsciously we'll be looking at the faces. So every day, okay, eyes illi irutte, mouth is distance alli irutte. So you'll come to know, okay, this is face like, this is face like. I want to convey it as a pattern. So AI works on the pattern recognition. So we humans also works like a pattern. If you are not getting pattern, enough samples are not there. So order is the chaos is the word what they will do. Chaos is the order. Even though chaos is there, it will be in order only. So we should always look for the pattern. So I think we are all familiar with this. Okay, these are called what? CAPTCHAs. Okay, any government website or Aadhaar card or portals you want to log in, or internet banking you want to do, they will do this CAPTCHA. One is text based, it is there. ReCAPTCHA, that is I am not a robot. Why it is telling I am not a robot? Because there are some bots. Bots means we'll give command to them. Okay, you go to this website, you enter your details, it can automate things. So to prevent that, so they include I am not a robot, reCAPTCHA, 3D CAPTCHA and mathematical CAPTCHA. I think mathematical CAPTCHA, this is used in DigiYatra and DigiLocker. So they will give 2 plus 3 is equal to how much? 5. You should enter the correct value. Then only it will go to the next page. Otherwise it won't go. Coming to the image based CAPTCHA, you should pick some things. Identify the flower in this image or identify the dog in this image. So these are the most common used CAPTCHA. What are the things we are seeing here? Traffic lights. Identify the traffic lights. Click on the squares including the traffic lights. So here bus is there, and here bicycle is there. So you should select the 4 boxes. After that only this will take the next. So what is CAPTCHA? It is a completely automated public Turing test to differentiate between humans and computers apart. Okay, that's why the CAPTCHA has been introduced. So what is Turing test? I think Turing test was Alan Turing. He is the guy who invented a Turing machine. I think one movie is based on that, and that this machine will reduce the World War II by around. It will reduce the World War II duration by 2 years. That is the importance of this machine. This is called a Turing test. So why we are being doing? Why only this they are selected? So what are these? I think not familiar. This is a self-driving cars. Okay. This is a Waymo. This is a Waymo. W-A-Y-O. Waymo. This company is in the US based company. This is one of the startup and it's running successfully. Their plan is to a complete city should be done by the automation without driver. So driverless self-driving cars. So how they will come to aware? See this contraption. It contains one is camera is there, but the important thing is it contains lidar. I think those who are having iPhones, you can see that your face recognition works even in the darkness. Why? Because it contains lidar. The lidar will emit around 300 dots on your face. It will pick up where is your nose, where is your eyes, what is the depth between your eyes and the nose, where is your ears. Okay, whichever the direction you hold, it will take. Even in the darkness, you can try. So in the same way, we have been feeding the AI. So so total population is around 8 billion in the world. So around we assume only 2 billion or the 3 billion people will have the internet access. In that 3 billion people, around 2 billion people will go through these captchas. So we have been training AI throughout these many years. So now what happens that this is feeding for home, this is feeding for the self-driving cars. So this is how the AI works. So it's always the pattern. We are teaching the pattern. AI is like just a baby, newborn baby. Over the years, how it will develop its milestones, it will develop its social skills. It will teach, parents will teach the kids, do this, do that, or don't do that. In the same way, we are teaching the AI, which is the traffic signal, which is the bike, which is not the bike, where you want to go, where you have to stop. So because we are only training the AI. So coming to the machine learning concept, this model is for the machine learning. Here, these are the basic domains. One is image recognition, voice recognition, optical character recognition, data analysis, and advancement. So what happens? First you should give the data. Data is very, very important. So data you give. In the data, what is peculiarity in that particular data, it will extract. After that, what it will do? It will train on itself. Based on the algorithms, it will train. Then it will only generate its test data. So based on the previous collected data, it will only generate on its own data. Then after that, it will create a model. Whether this model is the right, and again it is matching our definitions, then again it will go for feature extraction. After everything is complete, then it will start making predictions. Okay. After that only, after collecting the data, after it is doing its own interpretation, it will only give some data. It will work on it. Then only it will become prediction. Again, these prediction again feed it back to the same. It's like a vicious cycle. It's happening again and again. So it's like training itself. Now when a book ಓದ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ, the concept ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, we'll read other book. If not understand, we'll go for Google. If not understand, so multiple levels we'll start learning. In the same manner, the AI also learns. How it thinks, or how it categorize the data is the one of the concepts. There is something called, there are 8 types. This is the categories. So one is linear regression, decision trees, k-neighbor, cluster means, neighbor you cannot remember, but no need also. Just I will give one example. So here you can see data points on the only single data is example. X-axis contains the age of the children, Y-axis contains the HB levels. So only one data is needed, 9 gram, 10 gram, 11 gram. So you start plotting, you will get a data. Okay, these many children will have these many. This is what linear regression means. Decision trees. You start searching in a Google. Okay, it is showing this. If not, what is the next thing to show? If not, what is the next thing to show? It means it is deciding whether the color of, you want to search a car. So I am searching the car. If the car is red color or yellow color. If red, yes. Okay. If which model, less than 2000 model, yes or no? Yes. If yes, which company? In the same way, it is the decision. It start taking the decision. Next, K nearest neighbor means once we feed the data, it will divide category A and category B. When you give the new data, it will classify itself whether it belongs to here or male. Example is one is female group or a male group. When you give the new data, it will only allow whether it is a male or a female. Next, K clustering means here, suppose old age people, pediatric, geriatric, adult, 30 to 40 years, 50. This is one of the examples. So this is how they will divide. Next is logistic resolution. It almost look like a oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve. So, so this is how. If we have multiple values, we can plot on the things. And again, one is the random forest. This is a nice example I want to give. Suppose I want to plan for a trip for Chikmagalur. I will ask Vinay sir, what are the places I want to see in the Chikmagalur. So what sir will do? He will make out some of the listers. But before telling his final decision, he will ask his again friends. So what are their priority list? And then these friends will also contact. So these three people, they will come up with their own priority list. After that, they will give me one priority. That is what data forest. Random forest means everyone has their own ability to think which is the best. Then out of all the best, we can get the one final decision. That is the random forest. Support vector machine. It looks like almost our bilirubin levels in the newborn, safe level, normal level, high level. So this is how we can plot. And another thing is naive Bayes. Here we can see the shapes. Square is one side, circle is one side, and a triangle is one side. So how first you should always break the data into the order, then study on that order. After the studying that order, you come to the conclusion. After conclusion, start predicting. Okay, next data maybe this. So coming to the our thing, how AI works. These are all the one of the examples. So consider this is a AI model. What will feed? We'll feed the patient data. What are the patient data? One is your blood tests, all your routine investigations, then X-ray images, then you'll start giving genetic information. Genetic information more of in the cancer patients you are thinking. So what it will do? AI will work on it. It will process it. It will start dividing the data on its own. Then it start giving what are the possible outcome. It may start giving diagnosis. It will give treatment option. It will also tell the prognosis. Okay, if this treatment is given for this patient, how long it will survive. So everything is categorized by itself because everything is a trained. Till now we are being trained the case. Okay. So present what we are doing in our hospitals. One is patient data, medical software, regulation, and routine clinical use. As per the recent Supreme Court order, they told another 3 years all the prescriptions should be digitalized. It is there. So sooner or later we will also set up with our own systems in our clinics. So what we should buy a private software to enter the data. It will give the syrup. Fever, you will type fever, it will start showing Dolo. Which Dolo? It will show Dolo, Calpol, everything. All companies with strengths 125, 250, 500, everything it will show. Then you will regulate. Okay, what are the things? Regulation is done by the government mainly. So which drugs to be given, which is not. Regulation is always under the center. Then comes your routine clinical use. So here in these two, what is it? Is just a static. I enter this, I will get this. So if I use the AI in between, AI model coming the emerging area, because today they will say this thing is good, tomorrow they say no, that what we are doing is wrong. You have to follow this. So updates keep on happening. In the same way, whenever the new data comes into the market, they start implementing. So if we do the patient data, if we use the AI model in between the emerging regulation, then we can opt it for the routine clinical use. So why it is needed, why AI needed, why everyone is running behind. So these are some headlines. One is a doctor in Japan killed himself because of the overworking. Why we overwork? Because one is we want to look for betterment of the care. Sometimes even the simple case may turn bad. We don't know. Sometimes we thought of having food, but you will get a call, you will get busy. So stress will be there for all doctors. So again we know doctors will die 10 years earlier than the rest of the people. So coming to the other statistics, surgery backlogs, staff shortages, no family doctor. This is one of the things. Then overworked and undervalued. This is happening, Then healthcare workers on what it's like to work on the Britain Center. So more doctors are working, but the patient load is so more that it is impossible for the normal human to handle. So coming to the impact, how it helps. One is by the disease detection, by the diagnosis, and by the personalized treatment. So here just the omics. You observe this word omics. Omics means it's a non-specialized group of the biology. It includes genomics, transcriptomics, and proteomics. Suppose cancer patient one group is there, healthy patients of the same age group one side is there. You collect both the data, then you will integrate in the AI model. It starts identifying. Okay, this patient may get carcinoma in the future. Okay, then it will start generating survival probability. No, if he is a cancer patient, how long he may survive? It will only predict. Then how it will predict? Based on the therapeutic targets, whether this treatment is responding for him or not, whether any other new under trial experiments we can consider. So it will give. Coming to the diagnosis, so here you can see a blurred image of the MRI. Why we think a blurred image is there? I think most common is the patient will be shaking on the MRI machine, and in pediatrics it's the most common. The child is not sedating, every time it is shaking, or we are giving overdose, for the next 2 days the child will be in the sleeping position. So that's why. So what here it will take this blurred image, it can regenerate into the clear image. So what we can do is we can allot extra cameras on the MRI machine. It will create some local points, shoulder points, head points, nose points. It will create on its own. Then it will assume, okay, if this much shake is there, how much will be the image. So this we can, what we can do within one take of MRI, even though it comes blur, we can get a good image. So next, coming to the personal statement, I think referral is also one of the personal. If we cannot provide our healthcare in our hospital, we have to refer the case. So coming, this is one of the example here, errors of the referral decision, and again we are coming to the error rate of the retinal this one. So optometrist, they had around 15% of error in the referral, and again retina specialist, even the specialist of the specialist will have the error rate of around 9 to 10%. Coming to the AI, the error rate is very less. So here we are improving the healthcare just by taking the early decision. So early decision will have the better health outcome. So coming to the personalized treatment, another thing is, now that thing is trending is the virtual nurses. Okay, virtual nurses. You cannot, if example, if the patient is in the rural areas, there is no specialty available. We can offer the, anyway 5G is available everywhere. Wherever you go, you get the 5G. This thing, only one camera is needed, one system, one screen is needed. Okay, it will start virtual nurses. What if they will take the data, they will only talk. It looks like some human is only talking, but it's everything is a AI generated. And again, here what happens, the crunch time on the nurses will come down. We have nurses 3 shifts on 8 hours apart. If one sister goes sick, we can offer the virtual nurses, so that every room in the hospital can have their own virtual nurses without creating or without recruiting the more nurses. That's why all these big companies are going into the favor. So coming to the examples, this till now we know how AI works, how it thinks, how it predicts, what are the things it will look for. Now we will go for the real world examples. So this is the latest one. ChatGPT correctly diagnosed the 4-year-old's mysterious disease after 17 doctors visits. 17 doctors, not only doctors, they are specialists. Okay, over the span of 3 years. Over the 3 years, the mother has taken the child for everywhere. The complaints of the child is having only regression of the milestones was there, and with the continuous crying because of the pain. So what she did, she consulted 17 doctors. She did not got any clue what to do. She entered all the patient details into the ChatGPT. What it gave? It gave finally as a third cord syndrome. It gave one of the suggestion. Could be a third cord syndrome. She got this idea and she was consulted regarding this. So it could it be a third cord syndrome, and she confirmed it by a doctor, and now the baby is taken care of. So after this breakout, this happened I think around September 2020. This is the latest breakout. After this, no other reports are there. So what is this? Now the people, scientific reports, people are feeling assessing ChatGPT's test performance. Now the ChatGPT, it can clear the USMLE. It can clear the USMLE level 1 and 2. And again, last I heard was ChatGPT not able to clear our UPSC. So UPSC is very tough for the ChatGPT. It cannot clear it. So then, this is one of the articles. Here it tells rare and complex diseases in the focus. ChatGPT's role in the improving the diagnosis and the treatment, because sometimes our hands are tied, we cannot do further investigations. So whatever the very little data we can collect from the patient side, if we input into the AI model, we may get the better results, or we can think in the good way. So coming to the other examples. Here example one is preparation. I will give the AI like telling, here is the summary of this patient record, remember to follow up on. This is the command given by me. So then what should I do? Every day I will come back and I will enter the details. So the patient mentioned the new loss of smell and taste. This is the new complaint, because throughout this submission there is no new complaint. This is the new complaint. Then after that the AI thinks on its own. Then it will give according to the all related. It will search throughout the internet. It will tell, okay, according to loss of smell and taste, it may be a COVID. Okay, so this is how it works. Coming to, this is a real example. This is done by me only in the Copilot. Copilot design from the Microsoft. Here you can see a 3-year-old senior child. See, actually I detected it by mistake. A female is taken as a senior. Then child presented with vomiting, pain, abdomen, loose stools. Kindly give the differential diagnosis. Present the most common causes. So this is my command. So what I got is, see, it is telling 3-year-old child presents with vomiting. See, it skipped that senior. It knows a mistake, but it ignores the mistakes and it corrects on its own. Then it will give precise answer. So it will tell gastroenteritis, constipation, interception, urinary tract infection, appendicitis. So I told what is the other command? Present the most common cause first. So it is given in the this order only. Again, we also clinicians thinks in the same order only. So another example, and again, if I don't like this answer, they will again, they won't just tell the why they are telling this disease first. It will also give the references below. That is not only, you can, if you are doubt in the okay, something is wrong with this comment, something is wrong with this response, you can go and cross check with the proper website. So another example I gave, a 12-year-old male child with fever more than 7 days with rashes, icterus, with abdominal distension presented with hypotension, differential diagnosis. So what we can think of, a 12-year-old male fever with more than 7 days, rashes, icterus, some liver pathology is there. So this is the response I got. One is certainly it told in a polite way, then allowing of the, it also told what is icterus means, it only explained allowing of the skin and eyes. Then hypotension, it also told what the hypotension means, low blood pressure. Then it gives these differentials, Kawasaki disease, viral infections, autoimmune hepatitis, HLH, leptospirosis, typhoid fever. So these how it thinks. And again at the end it like a no smoking disclaimer, it will tell remember this is not an exhaustive list, kindly consult your medical experts. So this how safe they are playing. Next, another last example is one is a 1-year-old developmentally normal who was able to walk, now not able to walk or to sit with support, not able to socialize with refusal of it. On examination, pallor is present with hyperpigmentation and differential diagnosis. So what response I got? One is it will tell iron deficiency anemia most common, neuromuscular disorders, metabolic disorders, malnutrition. Again metabolic it will tell precisely metabolic, mitochondrial. Then hypothyroidism, lead poisoning. So another thing is it will start giving the responses based on the total number of complaints. Sometimes it will combine the complaints and give the results. Sometimes it will just take the only one complaint and give. Example here is lead poisoning. It will take only hyperpigmentation in the developmental regression. Only 2 complaints is considered to give just the diagnosis. And again, so next question after this, what I asked is, can you give the list of investigations in this case? So it has given complete blood count, iron studies, TFT, lead levels, metabolic screening and muscle enzymes. So in which order we can go ahead with this case, it also been given by the AI only. So this is one of the latest and big players in the market right now, that is Cure AI. So this what they are offering is radiology, main of radiology, X-rays, CT scans, mammographies, ultrasound. These are their this is their homepage. This is their homepage. In India, this is actually a foreign company, but in India, one of the agents is Aarti Scans. Aarti Scans, they are done with the partnership with this Cure AI company. So what they will tell, AI for blazing fast reporting on the chest X-ray. Normally, how much duration we need to get our chest X-ray in our hospital? It will take 6 hours. No radiologist, only PGs has seen, and they are not signed. It is whether it is correct or not. And moreover, X-rays will be diagnosed by the consultants only rather than the specialist. So here, what they want to do, they will go through the AI only. So what is the response time? Within 20 seconds, you will get the report. That is the beauty of this thing. So how much accuracy is this machine? See, they are 100% sensitive, 96% accuracy and 96% specificity. So 90% of the missed and mislabeled chest X-rays have been identified with the critical abnormality of the 0 with the 0 false positive. That is their claim, and again it is approved by the Harvard and the FDA approval is there. What they will pick in the X-ray, they will even pick of the little, which can be missed by the normal eyes, that is pneumothorax, consolidation, pulmonary nodules and the rib fracture. So this is picked by the Cure AI. Another thing is that till now what they have done, till now they have processed around 10.7 million scans they have already processed, and they have trained this machine on just 4.4 million scans. Around 5 million they trained, and they got the report of the double. Next, around 40% release of the TAT reporting, then 99% in segregating unremarkable chest X-rays, then 85% plus countries they are already available. See, the processing time is very less. So if you upload now, by that time you scroll through something, you will get the report. And again, 0 effort in the integration. So this is one of the examples. These are the market players right now. These are around 106 startup companies in the world. So everyone is not, healthcare again is divided into so much things. One is your patient data and the risk analytics. One is lifestyle management and the monitoring, nutrition, emergency room and surgery, inpatient care and hospital management, miscellaneous, wearables. Wearables is all your smartwatches or your pulse probe oximeters. Next, virtual assistant example as I told, nursing virtual nurses, then drug discovery, mental health, and the medical imaging and the diagnosis. Apart from that, research. So these players are segregated all throughout the healthcare sectors, working on their own. One will be concentrating on the patient data, one will be concentrating on the monitoring, one will be concentrating on the critical care, one will be concentrating on the imaging. So they want to become their own monopoly in that segment. They are fighting for that. Okay. So coming to India, these are the Indian players in the market. Caranex, Nirmai, Curia, as I said, this agency is connected to the Aarti scans. Then these are the other companies. So these are the Indian players. So till now we learned about what are the good things the AI can do. There is nothing called bad thing? It will be there. So AI is a double-edged sword. Any technology, if you give to the human, it will give the best out of it and also give the worst out of it. So that is risk and challenges. So one is the most common risk is inaccuracies and the error. Suppose when we are training the child, if I teach the child, the red color is I teach it as a green throughout his life. So whenever you see the green color, you tell it is a red one. In the same way, if we are training the AI wrong, it will start giving the wrong results. So wrong diagnosis, wrong treatment, biases. So this is the most common we think can anticipate in the AI in healthcare. Then one is data privacy and security. See, everything is protected, everything is password, face recognition, everything is there. But if some breaches happen, we all know Aadhaar card is leaked. Some people's close to of people's